Hey guys, let's start. Okay, so yesterday we have covered the basics of using the RStudio platform. We have seen some basic operations um, and we'll continue with that today. So the first thing is arithmetic operators, and then we'll cover Boolean and logicals and conditionals for this video. Okay, so first things first, there's something called as a comment. So comment statements are non-executable. So wait, anything when I put this hash and write anything, right? So when I execute this, basically that statement is not executed, right? And this is used just for readability purpose mostly when you want to write something, right? So if I want to write like this section covers basic arithmetic operations, right? So this won't be executive. This statement wouldn't be executable, but when you or someone else would read the code, it would be easy to understand for them. Okay, so we have seen the basics yesterday. So let's get started. Let's assign the value of x to 23, y to 45, basic operations, basic arithmetics, right? This part is clear. Okay. Let's move on to the Boolean and logicals part. So the first part is okay. So x equal to y. So what this basically means is x equal to y, right? So when I say x equal to y, that means I'm assigning the value of y to x, right? But when I say is x equal to y, right? So if let's say x is 10 and y is 16, so when I say x equal to y, what would happen? The value of this is the direction of execution, so the value of y would be assigned to x, right? So when you execute this statement, the value of x would become 16, right? Because x would take the value of y and y would remain 16 itself, right? So this is the x equal to y operation. This is assignment operator, right? Okay, but when I say x equal to y, right, this basically checks is x equal to y, right? So if it is true, it will return true. If it's not equal, it will return false, right? So this is basically a Boolean output, right? So that's what I would show here. So currently the value of x is 23, y is 45. When I do this, it's coming false, right? Because the values are not equal, right? So the next operation is the not operator. Okay, so when I write it this way, this means is x not equal to y, right? And in this case, we have the value of x as 23, y is 45. So x is not equal to y. So if the statement is true, it would again a Boolean output if that statement is true, and it would be false if it's false, if the statement is false. So here we would get true, right? Because x and y are not equal, right? So this statement is true, so which is what it's returning. Similarly, you can do this. Is x plus y equal to 30? No, it's not. So when I execute this, it should return false, right? Then let's understand two operations, and or. I'll just reload this. Okay, there is the or operator and there is the AND operator. So what OR means is, so when I say, let's say x equal to 23, y equal to 15, right? Let's say these are the values. When I say is x equal to 23 or y equal to let's say 10, right? Okay, so this statement will return true, right? Because x is equal to 23. But what about this? This is not true, right? Because y is 15, but I'm asking whether y is 10 or not. So this would return false. So what would be the combination of these two return? This would return true, right? Because OR operator basically tells whether if at least one of them is true, right? But what the same when you execute with an AND, right? Right, so this will be true, right? This part, and true, and this will be false, right? So this would return false, right? Because both of them have to be true for it to return true. All right, so so if I have to represent the truth tables for this, right? I'm sure you must have studied truth tables in logic, general logic, right? So let's say we have two operations, okay, for OR, and there'll be a truth table for OR operator. Let's say true, true, right? So this is X, and let's say this is Y, and this is X or Y, right? So this is the OR table. So what will be X or Y when X is true, Y is true? X or Y is yes. So we only care if one of them is true or not. So this will be true. If X is true and Y is false, again one of them has to be true, so it is true, right? If this is false and this is true, again one of them have to be true, then it will return true, right? And the last case is if both of them are false, none of them are true, right? So OR operation would return a true if one of them is true. So here none of them are true, so it will return false, right? And this is about X or Y, and similarly what would be X and Y? So X and Y, right? So true and true, right? What is and? And is like both of them have to be true. Right? So X is true, Y is true, so X and Y would be true, right? True and false, so it will be false, right? Because and says that both have to be correct. So false and true would be false, and false would anyway be false, right? So this was your basic truth table for OR and AND. Right? You generally learn this in a chapter called discrete logic in math. Okay. So this is the operator that we have. So currently the value of X is 23, Y is 45. So is X equal to 30? No, this is false. So OR operator is represented by a vertical line, okay, in R. So this is the OR operator, right? So it's basically saying is X 30 or Y is 45. It's basically false or true, so it will return true. right? Because one of them is true. And what about and? It will return false because both of them have to be true.